Hello everyone. In last lecture and its previous one, we have started the topic operating system. Under the operating system, we have studied the functions of operating systems, then different operating systems used for personal computers as well as for mobile phones. Today, we are going to study the introduction to GNU based Linux. Here it is mentioned that GNU and not the Unix. Up to now, most of the people are thinking that when we are using the Linux, that time it is only the command base. That means we have to type the text command and then we can get the output. But here we are going to study the GNU. That means the graphical user interface based Linux. GNU Linux is family of operating systems that are created by various companies, organizations, and individuals. It is created by using free software philosophers. Now, we know that Linux is the freeware software or freeware operating system. What is the meaning of freeware operating system? Operating system which is freely available on the internet and for which it is not essential to pay anything for its purchasing. We can freely download and use the operating system or any software that is known as the freeware operating system or freeware software. Now this GNU Linux is a freeware operating system. Here it is mentioned that various companies, organization, and individuals are have created this GNU Linux. Now, as it is freeware operating system, therefore, anyone can create their own coding and freely distribute it to the others without any charge. Therefore, this statement is used that it is created by various companies, organizations, and individuals. Even we can also create different type of codes and can share it with the others. Here it is given that this means that GNU Linux operating systems are usually free of charge, free to distribute, and they are open source. Free of charge means no money is required. Free to distribute means we can distribute it to the multiple persons without any restrictions, and they are open source. Open source means we can see its programming at any end and we can change it. Therefore, it is known as the open source. Microsoft Windows is closed source as we cannot see their source programming and we cannot change anything in their source code. But GNU Linux is the open source operating system and we can easily change as per our requirements in this operating system. Open source is when a person can view and modify the code for a piece of software. That means whatever the data you are required or whatever the specific part you are requiring, that data gets visible to the user and that is known as the open source. This is important because by having the ability to look and audit the code, user can be sure that the program does not perform malicious tasks. Now, actually what is happening when you are coding the specific part of that software or of that operating system, in that case, you are running only that specific slot. And then you can easily find out that if it is okay or not, or if it is having any bugs or not. All that things can be easily checked and therefore it is known as we can audit the code. Audit the code means we can check each and everything within that code. That may be for the viruses, that may be for the malicious code, that may be for the uh, hacking of data. Anything can be checked, and that is known as the audit the code. And then by auditing the code, user can be sure that this program having a very good output. Then and then the user can upload his feature or his data to the owner of the system, and that owner of the system can perform the changes in the operating system. It also allows the user to program their own features or fix problems and help the developers. Now, at many times, whatever we are performing, we always feel that it should not be in this given format. It should be in some other formats. In that case, we can create our programming and fix the given problems, and we can use our programming to develop our software. This results in higher quality code and more secure programs. Due to this, what is happening? It gets higher quality code. That means whatever the coding we are performing, that is always at the higher level, at the top level, and more secure, as we are checking it for all the aspects. Therefore, it is known as more secure programs. This is why GNU Linux is used as the predominantly backbone of the internet. Okay, predominantly backbone means not essential to check each and everything, and backbone means, you know the meaning of backbone, that is the main supporting system for the internet. Most websites that user visits run on GNU Linux. Whatever the different websites you are now visiting, most of the websites within that websites are based on GNU Linux. In fact, as of 2018, all the world's fastest 500 computers run Linux. See how much important statement this is. Most fastest 500 computers within the world, and all that 500 computers were running Linux, not the Windows. Linux is, again I am telling you that Linux is the open source and freeware operating system. Most of the companies are preferring due to its security feature, and as its result, world's top 500 computers are having the Linux operating system installed on it. Okay. The next one, Ubuntu is one of the most popular GNU Linux distribution. Ubuntu is one of the type of Linux. There are two main ways to interact with the computers. First one is the graphical user interface, and second one is the command line interface. GUI means graphical user interface, and CLI means command line interface. Let's go in detail for the GUI and CLI. GUI, that is graphical user interface. The graphical user interface is when the user interacts with the computer using images, icons, and dialog boxes. That means we can see the different type of icons as well as dialog boxes, and by clicking on that icons or dialog boxes, we can process the further. That is known as the graphical user interface. The following figure shows what the Ubuntu 18.4 looks like. This GUI is called GNOME. Okay, now let's see the figure. This is the figure for GNOME. Now here, this left bar of the screen is known as the panel. Okay, this left portion of the screen is known as the panel. This panel having the different icons or we can say it as the different activities or applications. Then here at the top bar, we can see the connectivity to the internet as well as calendar, and also the volume settings we can see here. Also see here the example of clock, calendar, and its notification is given, and here system menu is shown. Now, as I told you, this portion is known as the panel. These are the different activities on the panel, and this is known as the dock. That means we can just click here and open we can open the browser. In Linux, the default browser is Mozilla Firefox. And here we can see the other activities. We have to do, or we have to use all these things practically. Then here, 9 small buttons are given that are known as the app menu. If we click here, then we will get the complete description of all the installed apps in our system like this. This is known as our dashboard. All these applications are installed in our computer system. Also, if we click on File Explorer, then we can see this window. This is File Explorer window. Under this File Explorer window, we can see all the folders. And here we can see its software details also. Now let's see how to do it. Now we just visit the Ubuntu screen, that is Genome. The left bar of the panel, left bar is called as panel. There are shortcuts to programs as well as currently open programs. The top bar has the date and time. If it is clicked, a menu will pop up with the calendar and the notification. We have seen it. That figure shows that the top right side will show the user the battery information if it is on a laptop, network information such as Wi-Fi or Ethernet, and options for logging in or restarting and shutting down the computer. That means if you are using the laptop, then it is showing the battery information. Also, it is showing the network information if you are connected to the Wi-Fi or Ethernet. Then also you can use login, restart, and shutdown options by clicking on the right side corner. Then at the bottom left, there is an icon for the app menu. Clicking on it, that means that 9 buttons. Clicking on it will show a list of all the apps installed on the computer. The search option is used for a quick search of the application. We can use a search option for searching specific application. The home folder is where all the personal documents and settings are stored, and every user has their own home folder. Just like my computer, under my computer, we are having different drives, CD, CDE. Here we can use the home folder for the different users, and we can store all our documents under this home folder. Here one information is given that installing new software on Ubuntu is done using the Ubuntu Software Center. Okay, this is all about the GUI. Now next part is the CLI. CLI means the command line interface. That means where we have to type the text messages, and depending on that text data or text message or text command, we will get the output. In next lecture, we will study in detail about this command line interface. Today, we will stop here.